Mazu John and Juanito sitting in the doorway of my tiny house in the little pueblo of Acamal. I have a new slogan. I always have slogans that help me stay oriented. My new slogan is, but first, a word from our sponsor. I had just gotten a Facebook message from an old friend in Asheville, North Carolina, where I lived for 16 years and left there in the spring of 21 for travels through the southwest U.S. and then 20 months in Mexico. So I was so excited to hear from Greta. She is a big Mexico traveler and also Central and South America. I stayed in touch with her a lot along the road. We had some amazing phone conversations and swapped notes about where she has been and where I was. And Asheville, North Carolina was devastated by flooding following Hurricane Helene back the end of September. And we had fallen out of touch. I hadn't talked to her for maybe a year. So I was so excited to hear from her, and my mind was buzzing with thinking about Greta. And I'm getting ready to leave and go into town. I go into town every day to Myrna's coffee shop, and today I have a ninjutsu class at 5 o'clock at the community center, which I'm wild about that class. So for me, the taking of tobacco is a sacred act. I try never to do anything else when I'm smoking a cigarette. The most I will do is just watch the street scene in downtown Acamal or wherever I am. But at this point, I know how to turn my mind off entirely so that there are no thoughts, and it's all, I get the visual, I get the audio from out there, but my mind is quiet. But in this case, I got through the whole cigarette and was still buzzing about Greta, and I turned to get my phone to make a note about Greta, and I said, "Whoa, Jack, first a note from our sponsor." And my sponsor is life, God, the force, whatever you want to call it, because I go back to God when I have a cigarette. I always say, "Thank you, God," and always these days get absolutely quiet before I move on to anything else. So that's my slogan these days. First, a word from our sponsor.